From the Boulevard here, just off campus, located at the corner of East Main and Middle Tennessee Boulevard. Glad to have you with us wherever you might be. Want to make mention if you'd like to drop us a line tonight, you can do that at radio@goblueraiders.com. Our program is presented each week by your locally owned electric cooperative and trusted energy advisor, Middle Tennessee Electric. Coach Rick Stockstill joins us here on Monday night, and the crowd rolling in here, getting some good food and good beverages as we get going. And so the Blue Raiders coming off a loss at UTSA over the weekend by a score of 27-13 to the Roadrunners, and it was a game where the Raiders finished strong, played good defense the entire game, but got off to a slow start, Coach.
Yeah, Chip. I thought defensively we played, well enough to win. They gave us a chance. They gave up 20 points, and in this day and time, you hold teams to that. You got a chance every time. So I was proud of the effort, and they flew around defensively and made plays. I thought we did a really nice job. Did some good things in the kicking game. We improved there. But offensively, we just, we weren't very good at all, and we couldn't block them. We couldn't protect. We just, it was that way from the very beginning, and we just, we got to get a lot better in what we did, Saturday as we move forward. But just disappointing how we played, up front and as an offensive unit.
Yeah, and as you mentioned there, and you're not looking to point fingers or put blame or anything, but it all starts up front, and you got to be able to give a quarterback time or to be able to run the ball.
Yeah, and it's not just the offensive line's fault. It wasn't. I'm not sitting up here saying that. We've all got to be better. So, but we got whipped up front, and their guys put a lot of pressure, on the quarterback. They put a lot of pressure on our running backs. We got to be a lot better than what we were, and we'll go to work this week, to try to correct the things that we didn't do very well, and but we do obviously we got to play a heck of a lot better.
Yep, and going into it, what was did you get anything that you didn't expect to get from UTSA?
No, Chip. Schematically, everything was, what you anticipated. Just. They were tougher than us. They were more physical than us up front, and that was the story that we just, I think you said it after the game. We had so many 3 and outs. We just couldn't get anything established offensively, and it was just it was hard. It was hard out there, and they physically whooped us.
Yeah, it was that one stretch. 8 out of 9 possessions were 3 and outs, and when you get 55 snaps of the football, you guys are looking for what 20, 25 more than that on a given day.
Yeah, when you go 8 out of 9 possessions, 3 and out, you're not going to get many plays.
You're not adding a lot to it, are you?
So it's to me it was we put our defense out there way too often, and we had a couple short punts early. And they did a nice job not giving up points off that. The first drive, our first drive, we end up punting, and it's a 22-yard punt, but our defense holds, forces them to a missed field goal. Did a nice job, really did a nice job defensively, blocked a field goal and created 3 turnovers. So, again, like I said earlier, I was proud of our defense. They gave us a chance to win.
Where do you put the defense is played pretty well throughout? Do you think a lot of that is getting to be a year older?
I think one, and we didn't have a lot of guys. We had a lot of guys out Saturday, and DQ didn't play. Marley Cook didn't play. Guys that are, fixtures on your defense. But I think the big thing is we're healthier. Reed was never healthy last year. DQ was never healthy last year. Jonathan Butler was never healthy last year. We had so many guys that played hurt Greg Great was not healthy last year, that had off-season surgery. So I think as much as anything, our guys are healthy, healthier than what we were last year. So I think that's a big part of it. Also, obviously, like you said, they're a year older, but I think the big thing is just the physical health of those guys that were not healthy last year.
Yeah, and I thought Saturday's effort defensively, in particular, with you guys being shorthanded without DQ Thomas, without Wayne Parks and Marley Cook, as you mentioned, for next man up, thought they really jumped in there well.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, we didn't have 3 linebackers, we didn't have 2 defensive linemen, we didn't have 2 offensive linemen. We had a couple receivers out, a back out, so there was a lot of people out, and defensively, those guys played a lot of snaps. Reed and Greg Great, and some of those guys, played over 100 snaps, counting special teams. So, they played with great energy, great effort, that you can't fault, how physically and how hard, they played out there.
Yep. The your special teams game, you mentioned Kyle Ulbrich, very out of character with a short punt early, but he came back and did what he normally does.
Yeah, he had he obviously he didn't punt as well as he did the week before against Virginia Tech. A couple of his punts. Directional punts, we didn't hit. He hit it good as a good punt, but we didn't hit it in the direction we needed to, and that's when they had a couple of those long returns on us. So, again, we